Okay, I was on my way to going to the barber today and I saw the Big Brother winner, the Big Brother VIP winner today. And I was like, why do I downplay things and my city all the time to other people? Like I see celebrities everywhere. His name is Done Dirty Diaries. You guys can search it up on TikTok. He's viral like all the way up to USA, Brazil, like everywhere. And I saw him on my way to go to cut my hair and I took a picture and I put it up on Instagram, on TikTok. Because
Did you see like a billboard or was it like the actual winner of Kosovo Big Brother? Like in the
no,
flesh?
he was the actual winner and he was not. So in Kosovo, it's like bigger than the US. Like if you win Big Brother in Kosovo, because everyone watches it here, it's like the whole USA knowing you. But I was thinking like, why do I downplay my city to people who are not from my city or friends or family? I always downplay things all the time. I'm like, it's not a big deal. Like my city is not that good of a city. I always felt so much like responsibility to like make other people feel good and be like, oh, like your city is also good because you guys have this certain food, dude, a win is a win. My city is a win, so a win is a win. Why am I always trying to downplay? And it made me think, Bridget. Hi, by the way, guys. My name is Orgus. This is my co-host, Bridget. It made me think when I was in high school, I was bullied by these guys because they were like, oh, you don't work. They found out my YouTube channel. Meanwhile, I was too insecure to tell them that I'm working at the age of 13, 14 for some reason, because it's kind of taboo in Kosovo to start working really young. And I was working like sometimes even full shifts. Maybe that's why it was taboo, because I wanted to have my own money, my own independence. And this guy, he was even telling us how much he was getting paid because like he was so proud that he was working at that age. Meanwhile, I was also working and as a 14 years old person, and I was like getting paid double of him, and I never told anybody that I was working because I was since I was a little kid, so into the role of downplaying myself, downplaying everything that I do. And sometimes, for other people who can relate to this, I will just say that sometimes it's because you genuinely feel bad. Like, I know it sounds like really cocky, but sometimes you genuinely feel bad about other people. Like, for example, sometimes you have a friend that doesn't study as hard as you, doesn't do as good as you, so you generally feel bad and you don't want to show off, for example. So first off, guys, if you downplay yourself, know that either if it's about studying, lifestyle, anything, like even the city, everyone comes to study in our city, everyone comes to live in our city, and I'm downplaying my city where I was born and raised and I still live to the people who are coming to our city. So why do I do that? And what are the negative effects of downplaying? So first off, people will always go up. If you downplay yourself, you're probably doing it to make other people feel comfortable, like on their own skin. But just know that if you downplay yourself and if they are lower than you, they will try to always go up and like climb and reach to where you are and even go higher. When you're downplaying, they will go up, you will go down because you downplay, and they're not, even though if they're not as good as you, they'll try to upplay you in a way, and they end up ruling you eventually. This will happen to you at work. This will happen to you with friendships. This will happen to you with family members, anyone you know. So know that people already, knowing that we live in a world where people are already trying, with all the knowledge you have, with all the money you have, they are already trying to downplay your lifestyle, your knowledge. If you also downplay yourself, they will like destroy you.
I feel like you're trying to say, like, it's kind of, the way you're saying it reminds me of kind of like a competition in a way where people are just competing with other people.
I think it's also like life in a way is a competition, Bridget, because like you show people the blueprint. For example, you show like how great you are for a little bit, and then they make you feel uncomfortable, or they do gestures to make you feel like, oh, whoa, like this person is uncomfortable, like let me change myself. And then they copy you, so they're gonna still be like higher than you. And then what happens, guys, when you downplay yourself, the most important thing, if you do it because someone else feels uncomfortable, you are gonna eventually lose respect for yourself. And then the way you feel is really important, because you feel you've lost yourself, because you see yourself lower than others. Meanwhile, those people are probably way worse than you in so many aspects, but they copied you and now they're higher than you. When you see that, you will lose respect for yourself. And then because you feel like you don't respect yourself, you will start not even taking care for yourself. And when you don't take care of yourself, you just start like kind of confirming something to yourself, something that doesn't even exist. Like confirming that you're a loser, confirming that these people who are already worse than you, but you downplayed yourself in front of them, confirming that they're better than you. And I'm just gonna say, guys, that if you are playing this game of downplaying yourself to make other people feel better, know that you've already lost. And sometimes you're just like the diva. Sometimes you have the aura that others don't have, and other people should find their own path and not get stuck in situations where you're constantly like lowering with minus 10K vibration people. Like, don't stay with those people.
I feel like you bring up a really good point because I would say you're very humble, and you are definitely in that kind of area where it's hard to not please people and not make them feel bad, you know. But once people get to that point where they like have such like a low value for you as a person, they will treat you differently. And I've caught myself doing this with like maybe like I don't like this certain coworker because they're not really good at their job. Like, you're not supposed to treat people any less than you if you know like in your head like, oh, I could do this better than them, or I have much more of this. And it's a big piece of our society with how us as people, how we treat each other. Like, we shouldn't treat another person a different way just because of how we see them, unless they've done us dirty, of course. But really, yeah, you're right on the point where it's like you should be proud of where you live. You should be proud of your country and its achievements. Really, like Kosovo, you've shown me so many photos. It's a beautiful place, and I really wish that you would have like that huge pride for it. Have you been working on this recently?
Well, I'm starting with this episode. Like, I'm always so freaking humble. I'm always like always trying to like be less smart than I am, like be like respectful, always trying to like not show off, always trying to not flex.
Very nonchalant.
Not even nonchalant. Sometimes it's like stupid the length I go to like make people feel comfortable. Like if I notice they're talking like negative about themselves, like I try to literally dig up something to talk negative about myself when sometimes I don't even have something bad to talk about myself.
It may seem like very, oh, look at me, but no, I just want you to celebrate your achievements in front of other people.
Yes, I absolutely. And I encourage that to everyone because like I said, you eventually start confirming it to your brain that, oh, that person is better than me. No, you taught that person how to be smart. You taught that person how, obviously they're using their own capacity, but their own body, their own brain, but you're telling them ways of how to be a diva. You're telling them ways, and then you see yourself lower than them because you put them in that position, because you keep talking that negative talk about yourself. So that's what's frustrating to me because I've been doing that for years and I kind of want to stop doing that because we have only one life, and that's why the guy who won Big Brother this year, Done Dirty, his name was. You can guys search him up on TikTok. He's really, really cool. And you'll find like TikToks around the world talking about him. The reason why he won, he literally had the least, I think one of the least amount of followers that went into like Big Brother, but he was so himself. He was so authentic for who he was. And that's just like inspiring. Like, and I want to say that, and I want to be real. Like, I'm not jealous of the guy. Like, he actually inspired me to be that way too with myself, to be more authentic. Like, especially today I met him. He was like so down to earth, but also like so iconic at the same time. I'm like, I'm inspired. I want to be like that. I don't want to be scared. Like, I don't want to spend one life trying to fit in because Bridget, let's say we're in the podcasting industry, for example. Like, we're on the podcasting industry. Let's say we have to conquer things. We have people that will need to help us. How are we gonna like not demand, but like respectfully demand someone helping us in this industry or make it in this industry if we don't make people feel uncomfortable? You have to make people feel a little bit uncomfortable. You have to be you. Otherwise, like, you're gonna be stuck where you are.
It's great how idols can make us feel that sort of way, can make us push ourselves to be better. And it makes me sad because like all those negative affirmations, you're right, they will kind of solidify in our minds, and we will think of ourselves in such a bad light. Not only will other people think of ourselves as lower, we will start to think of ourselves as lower.
How we feel will eventually result on what the actions we take. And those actions show rather we respect ourselves. They will show to people like how we treat ourselves. And sometimes like you even start treating yourself wrong. That's why this is so important. Like you'll start treating yourself badly, not taking care of yourself because you feel like you're not worth it. Like you eventually will feel that. And that's why our feelings are actually like really important. I'm deciding from today to be as much as authentic as I can be, like to not feel shame or anything. Have you ever struggled with this? Have you ever struggled with people pleasing?
I've definitely gone over and beyond for people that wouldn't do it for me. I've definitely exhausted myself with like, oh, do you want this? Like I could buy this for you because I wanted people to like me. I did like at first I was like, oh, I have to like really suck up to people in order for them to really like me, but no, it's just really just having all those connections. And I totally get like that down talking part. Like I will never bring up like, oh my gosh, like if someone's like, I feel so crap today, like I just feel so like a loser, yada yada yada, or something like that. I will never uplift myself in front of someone who needs like maybe reassurance. And, like the topic of people pleasing, it's just, it really is hard because it's a piece of you that just doesn't want to make anyone upset around you to be happy, you know? That especially comes with when you're hiding your emotion. Like say you're at a party and something really ticked you off. To be mature, you kind of try and mask those feelings. You don't seek out anybody to like kind of talk about it. That's when you're just trying to not disrupt the environment, disrupt the mood. And if you keep on doing that, you're just gonna have someone like walk all over you. Like if you want to get, oh, I really want to get this, I want to get this part for the play, and you have to like talk to like a director or some sorts, but you're like, oh, I know this person also wants to do it. Don't sabotage yourself. Don't do that. Give yourself a chance as well. Go up to that director and talk to them. Put yourself first. Stop thinking of everyone else's feelings and think about your feelings, because a lot of the choices you make that you're kind of pushing aside for other people to succeed, you're gonna end up failing yourself in the future. Like, oh my gosh, I wanted to be an actress, but I always let this and that get the role because I cared about them. That you are literally your number one hater if you're doing that. Seriously, stop that.
You better be caring of yourself first because people are gonna see through that. Like they're gonna eventually respect you for you caring about yourself. Back onto me being proud of where I'm from. Cardi B just started tour and we saw her incredible tour outfits. One of her tour outfits, this one, I'm gonna put the picture right here, was designed by Valteren Sahiti, who is a Kosovar designer from basically the country where I am. And he has designed for Cardi B before too, actually. And I'm really proud of him and I'm really proud.
I saw that. It looks incredible. Dude, people always opt in for overseas designers. Because here in America, it's kind of like copy, cookie cutter, copy, paste, all that. Like, it's just, it's not unique. And she looks so good in that, bro.
It's so, I'm just gonna say it's so, she looks so sexy and it's also like elegant at the same time. Like he did a great job. But I just want to say that Cardi B has put a lot of effort in her outfits, which other artists do too. But nowadays it's being kind of trendy to just wear outfits. Sometimes like they want to look like the girl next door with a microphone in front of them. Why are you trying to look like the girl next door when you have like millions of dollars in your bank account? Go step it up, sis. Like go step it up with your outfits. I'm really proud of Cardi. She's doing really good. I'm hearing a lot of bad news about her tour, saying that her tickets are flopping. I don't know anything about that. I see the stadium videos. The stadiums are full. So I don't know if it's just like bad press intentionally to like kind of like ruin her reputation, or I don't know what it is, or maybe it's just like tour press, because sometimes it's always like the good side and the bad. But people have been gossiping about her tour. I can't wait for her to come to Europe so I could go. But yeah, Cardi B is slaying. I love her new album. It came out actually in October of last year.
Are you talking about ticket swapping as in people like buying out the tickets and then selling them for outrageously expensive?
No, I phrased that wrong. That happened with like Taylor Swift and other artists, but for Cardi, they're saying that her stadiums, quote unquote, are not being full. Meanwhile, I see the videos, people are like jumping and the stadiums are full and they're having fun. And people are like allegedly saying that she's in debt and trying to pay debt with her tour. Like, why are people always like gossiping or something? Like, she's slaying.
It's because people are miserable.
Yeah, maybe she's struggling. Maybe the press is right, but I don't know. It seems really odd to me for Cardi B to struggle.
Yeah, we're not her, so we don't truly know. Hopefully she's
I don't know any.
She seems to be doing really well in my eyes.
Same. Like, I don't know anything. Like, in those outfits, like, maybe that's even okay, if she's doing bad, maybe, guys, that's the power of outfits. Like, I see her, like, with crystals in her body. Okay, Bridget, so I really want to know your opinion on this. So this influencer's nudes got leaked, and she's, like, about our age, maybe, like, 1 year minus or 1 year older than us, like, somewhere. But she got married at a really young age to this other influencer, and they were really happy doing TikToks together. Like, they're really like a hot couple, so obviously people are invested. But the thing is, like, they always showed as a really loyal couple and stuff like that. And the girls' nudes got leaked, and it's like very like graphic nudes, like it's 5 or 6 of them, and people are like allegedly saying that she cheated. And then, do you think it's disgusting of people to kind of try to leak someone? Oh, no, I'm telling this wrong. Sorry, guys. Sorry to everyone listening. So, the way the nudes got leaked, because I almost deformed the whole story. The way the nudes got leaked, she had this best friend who had her Snapchat, and her best friend leaked the nudes she sent to her own husband. And then her best friend. And then this girl leaked her nudes and tried to portray her as this cheater. Meanwhile, those were the nudes she sent to her own husband. So it would be perfectly okay. I mean, guys, like, why are we pretending that like nudes is something like only 1% of the world does? You know what I mean?
Literally. Yeah. It's really not that deep. It really isn't. Especially
if it's like to your husband and her friend leaked her nudes. And everybody was sharing them like with a link. Oh, want to see XYZ's nudes? Here's the link. Like, everyone was like so proud that they had a link or a video. I almost was like a little bit like, not a little bit. I was so disgusted how people were so happy that someone else's like nudes got leaked and they're trying to destroy a marriage. And they were texting the guy in the comments saying, oh, blah, 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 your wife isn't loyal at all. Like, is this a wife you've been posting hugging videos on TikTok and stuff like that? I really love that the guy still kept posting videos with her. Like, basically, he didn't give a So I was really proud of someone our age, because guys our age can be really immature. Like, they can be like very childish, but I feel really, really, really bad for the influencer who her nudes got leaked. And I really feel sorry for you, girl. I just feel like it shouldn't be a trend trying to leak someone's. How do you feel about that? Like, I actually like don't hear a lot of stories like that from the US, but I know paparazzi tries to photograph celebrities when they're like vacationing and make them like look a certain way. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's crazy that it was her friend who did that. I feel like there's definitely jealousy from her on that end, causing all these rumors to circulate around. And I think it's so weird that people kind of like demonetize like the fact people take pictures of themselves when they feel like they're looking good, you know? So what? People have sex, you know what I mean? When I was younger, I think it was like before I went into high school, I did have an ex-boyfriend that leaked me, and it was humiliating to say the least. But the craziest part is I believe I did spread something of an ex-boyfriend, which is actually horrible on my part. I do really hate myself for that, but I remember how I felt at the moment. I'll probably get into this ex-boyfriend later in the podcast, but I felt really betrayed by him, and I decided to post something. I don't think it was anything hugely crazy, but he did also turn around and do that to me before I did that, which is like no justification at all. Do not ever leak someone just because you're mad, just because they did you horrible. Like, I went through so much with this ex-boyfriend. I was so angry. I'm glad that's all I did. But do I think it's justifiable? No, I don't think it feels good, because even though I've went through that before, at that moment, I didn't care. And then it kind of slowly came back to me on how, like, that could have made that person feel.
How old were you? Like, you were probably young and didn't know better, so like,
I was
don't
young,
live with the
yeah.
guilt. People our age intentionally leaked their friends' nudes just because they had their Snapchat, and they leaked the nudes that they sent to their husband. That is disgusting. I'm really sorry that that happened to you. Like, I do have empathy for that. And I know it's not a good gesture to try to get someone back by also spreading, but let's just say you were young, and don't ever live with the guilt of that. Like, seriously. Like,
oh yeah, we all grow and live and change. I'm just glad that, you know, here in the US, there's really big precautions for that. The person who leaked me never got any precautions because, like, of course I was too scared to freaking tell my parents, like, hello. It did feel very violating, but honestly, I just kind of like rode the wave and let it just go. I really just let it go. That could have had a lot of toll on my mental health. I know for a lot of other people, it takes a huge toll on mental health. And that could really just destroy someone, because it just feels like you're in a room and there's just eyes everywhere. And it feels like when you're walking down the halls, it feels like people are talking about you, and it feels just awful. And I felt awful because then it's like, why would I ever make someone feel like that? But it just goes to say that I don't know what the laws are in Kosovo, but it really is just like revenge porn, and it's like whole definition, and it's not right, and it does have a lot of legal precautions. Like, you will get in trouble if you do that.
yeah, that's horrible. In Kosovo, it's like, unless you report that stuff to the police by yourself, like, there's no penalties in Kosovo unless you're gonna report that to the police of like, oh, this person did this person is using my video. And that's why it's hard, because people are, especially girls, and I feel so bad, they're like embarrassed to go, like, for example, to tell the police because they feel like they're at fault, that they sent the nude. Meanwhile, girls, please be more stronger than that. Like, 99% of the people in the world of age have taken nudes. So don't ever feel that way. I hear a lot of stories of like boyfriend blackmailing girlfriends, crazy stories. And if I was a girl, and I don't have like the woman experience or the female experience, but if I was a female, I wouldn't really give a, to be honest. Like, I would like literally call this guy back, because I know this case of like how this girl was being blackmailed with her nudes, that the guy will send the nudes to her dad or whatever. I would call like that mother, sorry, we'll have to bleep that, and be like, I don't give a, you know what I mean? I don't care, dude. Like, when you simply like say, I don't care, you remove the power from them. Like, if you simply don't care, because like the world keeps spinning, and you can report that to the police. There's so many steps you can take. Like, that guy has no power over you. Okay, let's say he has the video. There's also so many steps you can take as an individual to also restrict him from doing something like that. So just like back to the beginning, never downplay yourself. Never make yourself feel like you're not powerful, and give the other person that power, because people will do that. Like, honestly, like, I hear a lot of stories of people like misusing like whatever pictures they have of someone.
Another thing is that make sure you fully trust the person, because even if you do, sometimes they can go around and turn your back. If anything, not giving y'all tips, just don't have your face in nothing, don't have any like identifying factors, because even nowadays with like AI, dude, people are doing crazy stuff with that, dude. It's just people are generating pictures of their friends, their family, their classmates, their coworkers. It's disgusting, because it's an initial shock factor, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've seen this person in this light, how like, oh, how lewd. But then at the end of the day, we're all just skin, flesh, and we all have like the same parts, you know? Like, so what? Don't go seeking out for this stuff. Don't go doing this stuff to people you know. Just keep it humble, because you will get in a lot of trouble for like that.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I would like to share a personal story, but it's on a very grim tone. I recall this one time that I did get blackmailed. I wasn't leaked, no nothing, but this is a trigger warning for, I believe, pedophilia, blackmailing, and then also extortion. So I believe I was around 14 years old when this happened. No 14-year-old should have unlimited internet access. No, should not at all. But I was on, I believe it was Discord. Ugh. I don't know if you know what Discord is, but it is an online platform for gaming, all that type of stuff. A lot of bad things happen on Discord because there's not too much moderation going on. And it's like, oh, I can be from here in Illinois connecting with someone all the way in Australia, you know? That's kind of the nice part of it. But there's also like those little corners where there's bad people, predators trying to like lure little girls into areas where they're not supposed to be.
Ew.
So I met this guy and I really liked him. And I guess I didn't understand what like liking someone was, what wanting someone to want me was. So I kind of just really did anything this guy told me to. Eventually this guy had a whole blackmail on me, and I didn't know it at the time. He had like a whole little folder of me, and he took videos of me without me knowing.
Oh my God.
And eventually he kind of turned around and wanted me to do more lucrative stuff, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And if you're ever young in a situation like this, please tell your family. Please talk to an adult. Please get help. You are not alone. Do not let people like this take advantage of you. And at the time, I thought he was 16. So I wasn't like 14, just trying to talk with older guys. No. But I thought I was talking to a 16-year-old, and I liked his voice, I liked the way he looked, but at this point in time, this dude's a whole-blown catfish. So then when he gets mad and I'm not doing the things he's asking me to do, he decides to turn around and send me a picture of my mom's Facebook. And then I remember like opening up that video attachment, I was just like, oh, I was like frozen at my computer. I was terrified. I was like, how did he get this? How does he know like my mom's name, yada yada? But it's all about internet protection. Do not have a profile picture that someone can reverse search, because I think this is how it happened. He reverse searched my profile picture. He found my Instagram account. My Instagram account had my full name. That is why I do not put my full name on sites anymore, because people can find out a lot about you. That's a lot about internet safety. That is why I am such a big advocate when it comes to child online safety. Oh my god, I can't stress it enough. Like seriously, be safe online, especially if you're a juvenile. But what happened is that he was like, oh, if you don't do this, then I will send all these videos. And at the time, I did not know he had these videos. He sent me videos of myself, and I was so embarrassed just to look at myself like that. And he was like, I will send this to your entire family. And I was so fearful. But I was just trying not to let him know that, because I didn't want him to get the best of me. So I was like, no, you're not. Like, whatever, I'm not going to send you anything. He kept pushing and pushing, and I decided I was just going to block him and report him and pretend like it never happened. And one of the things that I really regret is that night, before I went upstairs, my mom was talking with her friend. She was our neighbor at the time, like our next door neighbor. And we had to put our phones downstairs, so I was going over to put my phone on its charging port. And my mom's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, like I was just static. I was like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. And I just avoided eye contact with her because I just felt so embarrassed. I felt my face, it was like flushing, it was red and hot. And my eyes, they were tearing out because I was scared. I was so scared because I was like, he could at any moment. But in reality, that could be traced back to anyone. Spreading all this like juvenile imagery that you're not supposed to. That could get him in a lot of trouble. I should have talked to my mom, then we could have got the police involved. But say about, I just forgot about it at that point. I didn't remember it. But it was such a huge stressor in my life that I remember just going to sleep and I was freaking out. And that it just kind of wiped from my memory till one day when I was like 17. So that was like about 3 years later. My mom gets a call from somebody, and my mom they tell her to lure me somewhere. Lure, kind of like pull in or something like that. I feel like I'm not pronouncing that right, but whatever. And they asked her, hey, we would like to meet your daughter here, yada yada yada. It wasn't like random people, no, it was like law enforcement. And they were like, don't tell her. And she was like, oh, I would like to go take you to this therapy thing, but you'll understand why they didn't tell me at first. So we go to this like little house downtown. It looks like a child advocacy center, really cute inside. I remember, there's like a little stuffed animal corner in my room. I got like a little bunny from there. So I was kind of like, this is like more different than I thought. I've never been here before. So this lady takes me in the back, and then she tells me, just so you know, this session is being recorded just for storage purposes. And I was really chill about it. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what was going on, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. It was a lady. She was really pretty. She had like these nice black glasses, and she had long brown hair. And then she starts off the conversation by saying like, so has like anything been bothering you lately? And I was like, just talking about my mental health at that time. And then her questions started getting more specific. She was like, so have you been online a lot? Do you have any online friends? And I was like, yeah, I have like some friends on this app called Discord. So that was like a trigger mark for her. So she started kind of getting into there, and she was like, oh, have you like met anyone who's kind of try to hurt you or kind of stress you out? And I was talking about a different situation that happened that I don't think they were focusing on, but it was just like a little fallout between me and friends, and it just didn't make me feel good. And then she started poking at me, and she was like, did anyone ever try to blackmail you? And I was like, wait a minute, is she like here specifically for that? So I was like, yeah, actually. And I wasn't scared at all to talk with her. I told her exactly what happened, and she was like, my name is yada yada yada. I'm in the FBI for Child Online Protection Services. And immediately I was like, okay, I trust this lady. And dude, I look up to her so much. The fact that they basically go around interviewing kids who are victims of stuff like this, and they advocate for them. They're there for the justice that is to be brought. And she told me that they caught the guy who did that to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. She told me that he was a 30-year-old man from Sweden who had been doing this to loads of kids for who even knows how long. They found his computer, they found a bunch of imagery and videos that he collected over the years, to which he also showed videos of other children to me, and he was like, I want you to do this. And little I know, this was a full-blown predator, like a serial predator. And she was like, yes, we finally caught him. He's in Sweden, and we would like for you to, if you want, to testify, kind of tell your story to the court so we can get you the compensation you need, because you did not deserve to go through that. And the court process was kind of crazy and interesting because, you know, it was in Swedish. I did end up getting compensation for it, but I feel like it is so important for us to advocate for children around us who like your little cousin who has a huge iPad and they're playing Roblox all the time. How many times a day do you think their parents are kind of like looking over and seeing what they're playing or who they're talking to? I feel like it's so important for us to protect the children we are around, because there's so many people who are preying on children because they're scared. They won't tell anybody. It's a secret between us. And I'm so for it. And I look back at the situation, I wish it never happened, but it really spiked my interest and kind of my justice-driven personality to try and protect these kids. Like, you know how cool that would be to be in the FBI? I can't believe I got to talk to an FBI agent. Of course, the circumstances were really weird, but it's just that whole videos and exposing pictures, it takes a lot of toll on people's mental health to the point where it's like they don't see an escape out of it, and they take drastic measures to kind of end that suffering. And it's really sad, and it's scary, especially if it happens to kids. So going back on like those people being our age or even younger, that's so crazy to think about, because I can't even imagine what she's going through.
I just wanted to say that I'm really proud of what you shared. Like, I know time has passed and you might feel like you're just sharing another story, but it's not just another story. It's a really important story to spread awareness, because you were, in fact, just like a lot of other kids, a prey of the internet and of like disgusting people like that guy, and those people deserve jail. And I'm really proud of the FBI that they've organized something like that to not only advocate for the children, but also like encourage you to report that and give your statement and put that in court to fight for your own justice. I love that she also encouraged a way for you to get compensation, even though you kind of, it's hard to compensate something that happens like mentally to a child like that. So that's why it's also really important to advocate, to be really safe for other kids. And I'm really sorry that happened to you. And I'm also, just know that I'm really proud, and everyone listening is so proud of you right now for sharing that story, because it's really sensitive, but it's also as important in value because the internet is a big thing. I know I have a little brother, and sometimes we are like, oh my God, like what if we're not looking over enough? Like I remember one time my mom looked over my brother. He was playing a video game with like cars and stuff, and all of a sudden she saw that he was watching something scary. And even something as simple as him watching something scary underage can affect him mentally, let alone your story. That's just like straight up like abuse, that he was putting a child under abuse basically and blackmailing you and saying all of those words. And him, even the acts he was doing with the video material was extremely illegal, so he deserved to go straight up to jail. So I'm really proud that you're talking about this and that we're advocating about this, because kids are not being safe in the internet at all, as of like right now. Like every kid has an iPad, every kid is having access to the internet and the Wi-Fi, and sometimes these iPads are being like monitored to the point where like I guess parents are trying to manage what applications they download, what applications they don't. But like kids, even the advertisements sometimes be weird. Or like I see my brother, he's really young, he plays normal games, and then the advertisements be very weird or maybe explicit, like in different ways. And I'm like, how do these owners of these companies are not more cautious about who is playing these games? You know what I mean? Like if my brother is playing just like an ice cream game or something really for kids, why are these ads of like very explicit stuff of like games that are not for his age? You know what I mean? And I know it's really problematic because as parents, for example, not me, but like I'm putting myself in my parents' shoes. They are giving an iPad with a certain amount of applications and games that would be for him. But all of a sudden you see that he clicked on an advertisement, he went to a different link, and then to a different link, and then to the App Store, and he's trying to download something that it isn't for him, or watch a video from an ad that isn't from him. And it's all very problematic, both for kids, but also for kids that communicate to people who are predators. And it's a really, really dangerous place. And there should be, I think, way more precautions on
Yeah, there definitely should be more like laws that protect kids. But also another hard part is there's so many people on the internet right now from so many different countries, and it's like really hard to not monetize that stuff specifically, but filter it out, because we do have to protect our kids. And that kind of goes back into when we discussed that I believe social media was banned for kids under 16. There's just so much people in the world, and there's so many other countries. And speaking of countries, to kind of transfer and transition into another topic, I believe right now that Mexico is going through a lot of violence from the cartel. I believe a prominent leader of the cartel had got murdered by the government or killed. I'm not exactly sure, but it's really now at the peak of this year, and it's only February. Like seriously, it's crazy. With so much going on in the world, it kind of scares a lot of people to travel. I know in June I'm planning to go to Peru, my mother's home country, and we're really excited, but of course there's like different like kind of cultural things that go on down there. It's really not too safe to bring out like a really expensive thing. Like if you have the latest iPhone, if you have the latest new watch, if you have any expensive jewelry, or if you're even out speaking English, it kind of speaks to some of the natives that may not have good intentions that you are a target because you're a tourist. You don't know much around the area. We've been there a total of 3 times in my life, I believe exactly, and it's beautiful down there. It's awesome. If you have the chance, go to Peru, go see Machu Picchu, go see all the llamas and alpacas. It's such a special place to me because that's where a lot of my family lives, and it's my mom's whole side of my family. She has about 7 other siblings, and there's cousins that I can't even communicate with because I don't know Spanish. That's another thing that I really just want to push down and try to learn some Spanish so I can communicate with my abuelito and my abuelita, which is my grandma and grandpa, in Spanish. I don't know if anyone else listening to the podcast can relate if they have family like in foreign countries. As a daughter of an immigrant, it's really special to me when we go visit those places because it's like connecting with my culture. The culture is so different over here in America, and a lot of immigrants are getting really scrutinized for just being here and having families. Like, come on. America is such a diverse, beautiful place that should be shared with anybody. It is not a single race freaking country. It's not a single language country. No, America was built on, not gonna lie, stolen land. It was to the native people. Yeah. And people say, like, Indians. No, that's not what they're called. They're called Native Americans because they were here first. And the English settlers came in, and then a lot of other immigrants, Irish people, Italian people, a lot of people from Southern America, Northern America, all across the world. You will never meet someone in America that is a complete copy and paste of another person. That's what's the beauty of diversity. And it's in America, and I'm just really sad that a lot of people are forgetting the roots of it. And the fact that we weren't even supposed to be here to begin with.
Yeah, like Billie Eilish said, like, no one can say that it only belongs to a certain group of people when America was actually like stolen from American natives. So it doesn't belong to a certain person or certain identity or certain people. But yeah, I agree with you, Bridget. I think that you're gonna have a lot of fun in Peru. I have a lot of family members who have been immigrants in Germany, in Switzerland, in France, in the US, that during summer they come and visit Kosovo. So for them, it's also like a culture shock because, for example, they were born and raised in Switzerland, but their family is from Kosovo, Albanian, or they were born and raised in Chicago, and that they come for the first time after, like, let's say 15 years, like their parents maybe have been, but like they're visiting Kosovo for the first time, so they can barely speak like the language, but it's so fun, and we love our family members when they come, so they're gonna love you. Like, you have no idea. It's one of those feelings where like you just want to like squish someone. Like, it's so like, they're gonna think you're so cute. They're gonna be so curious for America. You're gonna be so curious about them, and you probably know a lot from your mom and your mom's family.
Oh, yes.
So you probably already know a lot, but like when you actually see the stuff, like see the food, see the places, visit those places, you're gonna have a lot of fun. So I'm jealous. Like, I know immigrants as family. I'm also really proud of your family. I know they went through a lot to come and build this whole life in America. So like, I know in a way there's sad parts to being an immigrant because there's a lot of challenges. But I think even with that, like, you have a lot to share, and they also have a lot to share. So you're gonna be proud, and your mom is also gonna enjoy.
Let me just say that I would love to visit Kosovo once, and I need you to give me a grand tour.
Oh, dude, my family has already mentioned that. Like, my family is like, bring your friend Bridget over here. Like, let her come.
I would freak out if I saw your family. They're so sweet.
Yeah, they love to meet new people, and they're also, especially like people who have spent time with me in the US, like they love that, and I would be really happy. I mean, it's a small country, so the tour actually would be done like in a week, but it would be like the most entertaining week like
hey, stop
ever.
Downplaying your country. Just say it's a big, beautiful country.
Yeah, thank you.
So
There's a lot of mountains there, but Peru is also like, dude, you're gonna have so much fun.
I'm so excited.
You have no idea, and it's like even the cultural change. Like, they probably have like their own jokes and stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
like you're gonna learn a lot of stuff. Like, it's gonna be so fun.
I always learn new things whenever I go there more times. It's definitely like, I definitely pick up a lot more on the language, but I do got to do my homework because I do want to learn more before I go, because I do want to talk to my cousin. She is the same age as me, and she had a baby when I was gone, and I'm so excited to meet her baby. My family keeps like multiplying. Oh my gosh, I have more than 25 cousins. I'm telling you right now. I'm not even kidding.
Hey, that's fun. And you're gonna meet are you gonna meet all of them?
Yes, I'm gonna meet all the new cousins, and it's so funny because my male cousins, they all look like copy paste versions of my brother. But of course, my uncles, they're all the original. They're all the original. My brother is just another form of them.
Yeah, because the genes and stuff. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I always wonder, but like, I guess you know the feeling since you've been to Peru, but I always wonder, like the Albanians from Kosovo, like the ones that are born, for example, like I mentioned, like Switzerland and Germany, because they're like the biggest places where they usually went to migrate, like during wars and stuff. Like I always wonder how they feel when they come to Kosovo, and they only come for a week or two, or like a month, or maybe like a limited amount of time. I'm like, oh my god, like I wonder what impression of me they get, like, or they only speak German and like very little Albanian, or like some of them like actually have learned the language pretty well. So like that's why I have like high hopes for you to learn the language. But I wonder like how that feeling is. Like I'm always excited for them to experience, like, I know it's their country, but like still like to experience like things for the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would really want, like, because then I would look at you and be like, wow, imagining how it was when you first came here to study in America.
Oh,
you know,
oh
it's
my
such
god,
a
I forgot.
culture shock.
I will say it's a big culture shock, but I will also add to that and say that to be an exchange student in America, as much as there's a lot of culture shocks, it's a little bit slightly easier, because like if you were raised like talking English or like watching TV shows in English, like I'm talking about like language wise. Like for example, when my family members that fled the country during the war and they learned, for example, French or Italian or German, they learned another language. When they come here, they can struggle a little bit, like honestly. But when I went to America, yes, it's a struggle because like Americans talk English a little bit faster, like in a faster pace. And there's like new words, but it's like words here and there that you pick up.
6, 7, the chug,
Yeah.
raise, it's lit.
Yeah, and like slang,
Oh
like
my God,
you mentioned,
so much
like words here and there that you can pick up and learn, but it's very fast learned. But like for those who like, they were born, for example, in Italy and they come to Kosovo because their mom is from Kosovo, for example, they're like, oh my God, what is Orgus saying? You know what I mean? It's way harder. But in America, the food and the culture and the school and like the cities and the football culture also, that is so different, dude. Yeah, like that I would say it's a big shock. But language wise, it's easier than most countries. I would say that. Like, that's a bonus.
We have so much more to say, but oh my gosh, we have just jam-packed this episode, and I hope you guys really like it. Again, we do have a Google submission form in our Instagram bio. We are saving those for more fun-filled episodes. Today was just really about Orgus preaching his mind. I'm so glad to be back here with Orgus recording another episode for you guys.
Please, please, please listen to my advice. I know it's sometimes even hard to listen to my own advice, but it's just like you get burned once, burned twice, burned 3 times, and you finally understand that you have to value yourself.
Yeah.
You have to treat yourself like a king, like a queen, seriously, like for you to also reflect that back to the world, and the world also reflect that back to you, because obviously you want to have like other kings and queens around you. You know what I mean? So it's really much deeper than some people think. And I love you guys for sharing time with us and listening to us, whether you're on the train, whether you're on your way to school or work. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And also thank you to Bridget for being my co-host. And my segment was a little bit longer. I hope I wasn't annoying. But either way, like, I want to thank everyone for the opportunity. And you guys give us and listen to us every day.
Yeah, there's only so many times you can get burned. Really put yourself first, and always put yourself first and put yourself in front of the line when we release new episodes. We try to push out episodes, daily episodes every week, kind of like an episode a week or maybe bi-weekly, but you can catch us on Spotify, YouTube, and other podcast streaming episodes. We cross-post on Instagram, we cross-post on TikTok, and we even started posting on Facebook. So if you're over there, just say hello to us, and then we will see you very soon. My name is Bridget.
My name is Orgus.
And we'll
Don't
see you
get yourself dirty, guys.
Don't do us dirty! Yes!
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.